Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you to our weekly online class. Today we are going to discuss on Ramayana. So as I told last time that we are covering the whole Ramayana series. So in the last class we already started with the Ramayana series and we covered so many sections of the Ramayana. So in Ramayana there are 24,000 verses, and in the 24,000 verses there are 7 kand. So in the last class we covered Val Kand and Ayodhya Kand. So today we will cover from the Aranya Kand. Okay. मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, just I'll briefly recap last section. The Balakand, where Lord Ram was born, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Satrughna, the 4 brothers, they born in the Balakand. And then Vishwamitra Muni comes and he asks for Lord Ram for killing Tataka and Marichi. Lord Ram goes and he kills Tataka. And then Vishwamitra Muni takes on the way, Lord Ram liberate Ahalya, and then Lord Ram breaks the Sivadhanus and he marries our mother Sita. And then when Lord Ram returns to Ayodhya, Dasarath Maharaj decides to coronate Ram as the king. Somebody can put a message in the group that the class has started in the Gita Part group so that to act as a reminder. And then the second Kand begins, that is the Ayodhya Kand, where Dasarath Maharaj decided that Ram will become the king. The whole Ayodhya city, they become jubilant in happiness that Ram is going to become the king. But one lady, Manthara, she was not happy. And then Manthara pollutes the mind of Kaikeyi. And then Kaikeyi takes the 2 boon from Dasarath that let Ram goes to Vanvas for 14 years. And let my son become the king. Dasarath Maharaj tells that if you want your son to be king, let Bharat be the king. But why you want Ram to banish to forest? But Kaikeyi was adamant with her behavior, and then Ram lives for forest, and Dasarath Maharaj was repenting in the separation of Ram, and eventually Dasarath Maharaj leaves his body. And then when Bharata comes to know this, Bharat immediately goes to Chitrakoot and he pleaded Ram that again, please come back to Ayodhya. But Ram tells that I have taken a vow, that this was the vow of Dasarath Maharaj, and whatever may happen, I won't break that vow. So I can't return. And then in return, Ram gives his sandal to Bharata, and Bharata worshipped that sandals of Ram for 14 years. And he was ruling Ayodhya kingdom. He was taking all the responsibility, but he was not taking the facility of the king. Just the reverse, right? People take all the facility, they don't take the responsibility. Here, Bharata is taking all the responsibilities of a king, but he was not taking any facility of the king. And he was living a life of full of austerity, because Ram was doing austerity in the forest. So how can I enjoy? So that's how Bharat was performing his services. And the third section is Aranya Kand. Today's section, we are beginning now from the Aranya Kand. So when Lord Ram spends his 13 years in Chitrakoot, and then he decides to go to the southern direction, and he moves from Chitrakoot to Maharashtra. Chitrakoot is the MP, Madhya Pradesh, and from the Madhya Pradesh he comes down towards the Maharashtra, and he comes to the forest of Panchavati. Still today, the 5 Bata Vrikshas are there. If you go there, you can see the 5 Bata Vrikshas are there. So there, Ram reaches there in the Panchavati, and while Ram was there at Panchavati, the famous demonesses Surpanaga comes to Ram and she proposes Ram, but Ram tells that I'm already ek patni vrata. I can't accept a second wife. But still, if you want, then what you can do, you can go to my brother, Lakshmana. And then Surpanaga goes to Lakshmana, but Lakshmana tells that just see, I'm a servant of Ram. And if you'll marry me, then you have to become a servant, Dasi. So better go to the king, right? And like that way, again, Ram sends to the Lakshmana. So Surpanaga was going to Ram, Lakshmana, and at last Surpanaga sees that Mother Sita. And then Surpanaga thinks that because of Sita, Ram is not accepting me. So let me kill Sita only. So he was about to devour Sita, and Lakshman cuts the nose of Surpanaga and he throws the nose apart across the Godavari river. That's how the name become Nasik. And Surpanaga comes, and when Surpanaga tells to his brother Khardushan comes and attacks Ram. And Ram immediately, within few seconds, kills the whole army of Khardushan. And then Sita Mata was surprised to see that the power of Lord Ram. Sita tells them, good, you didn't show the power earlier, otherwise my father would have married all my sister to you. And then Ram, because Lakshman could have easily killed. Why Ram kills? Because once Sita Mata tells to Ram that always you are carrying this bow. Have you used also this bow sometime, or only for the showpiece you are carrying the bow always? So then Ram thought that this is a good opportunity to show my power, the prowess to Sita. And that's how Ram shows his power. And Surpanaga pollutes the mind of Ravana. Already the mind of Ravana was polluted. On top of that, Surpanaga tells about the beauty of Sita, and Ravana got allured. And Ram comes and disguised as a sea, as a sannyasi. Ravana captures Mother Sita. And Ravana was taking Mother Sita. Meanwhile, Jatayu comes and Jatayu fights with Ravana. Mother Sita tells Jatayu that you are an old bird. Why you are fighting? You will be die. Just go to Ram and give the information that Ravana is taking me. But Jatayu tells that how can I tolerate? How can I see that my mother is captured by somebody? I can't see that. And Jatayu tries level best, but unfortunately Ravana kills Jatayu. And when Ram comes, Jatayu in the lap of Lord Ram, he leaves his body. Just imagine, what a fortunate. Jatayu was lying at the lap of Lord Ram, gazing at the lotus face of Lord Ram, chanting the name of Lord Ram, and Jatayu leaves his body. And further, Lord Ram proceeds to the southern direction, and then they saw Kavanda. The Kavanda was a Gandhara, but he was cursed to become a Rakshasa. And Ram Lakshman, they kill Kavanda. And when they kill Kavanda, Kavanda tells that you go to the southern direction, the Vanar Sena is there, they will help you. And that's how the Ram proceeded to the southern direction, and they meet Sabri. So Sabri was a disciple of our Matanga Rishi. So when Matanga Rishi was going back to Godhead, he took all his disciple. But Matanga Rishi tells to Sabri that you wait, that when Lord Ram will come, you can welcome Lord Ram, and that time you will go back to Godhead. So every day, Sabri is to decorate the whole ashrama with a flower, because when Lord Ram will come, it was not sure, right? Anytime Lord Ram may come. So Sabri was decorating every day with the flowers. And one day Ram, Lakshman both enters to Sabri's ashram, and they Sabri feeds Lord Ram. Jhuta bear Sabri ka, the famous story. And then Lord Ram sends Sabri back to the spiritual abode. That's how the Aranyakand, Kiskindakand begins, Aranyakand ends, and Kiskindakand begins. In the Kiskindakand, Ram meets with his best servant Hanuman. So they were coming to the southern direction at the Kiskinda area. At that time, Sugriva sends Hanuman to check who these two humans are. And then Hanuman comes to know that he is non different than his Lord Ramachandra. And Hanuman becomes very jubilant and happy. And Hanuman takes Ram and Lakshman to Sugriv. And then Sugriv narrates all his misery, that how Bali was torturing him. And then Ram tells that I'll help you to kill Bali, but you also have to help me in retrieving Mother Sita. And that's how both are agreed with this condition. And then Lord Ram kills Bali. And when Lord Ram kills Bali, Sugriv becomes very happy, and Lord Ram coronates Sugriv as the king. But then Sugriv tells that now it's a Chaturmas, rainy season is coming, so very tough for an attack. So let us take rest for this 4 month. As soon as the rainy season will over, then we will march towards Lanka. So then Ram tells, okay. And but when the 4 month goes, Sugriv forgets because Sugriv was busy in enjoyment. And then the Ram again reminds Sugriv for that. And then immediately Sugriv forms 4 groups of Vanara, and he sends the 4 groups in the 4 directions for searching Mother Sita. But west, east, northern direction party, they come and they didn't find Sita. But the southern direction, Hanuman, Jambavan, they went and they meet Sampati. Sampati was the brother of Jatayu. And Sampati tells her, yes, I saw that Ravana was taking Sita in the southern direction and he took Sita to the Lanka. That's how they got the solid information about Mother Sita. And Hanuman comes and gives that information to Lord Ram. And then the next Kand begins, that is called Sundar Kand. So in this Sundar Kand, so sometimes we see that what is so Sundar? Sundar means beauty. Sita was already stolen and Ram was crying in separation of Sita. So what is so beautiful that it is called Sundarkand? So the question is that what is so beautiful that people are calling it Sundarkand? So the answer is that because of Hanuman's character, because Hanuman was so beautiful in his character, so the whole Kand is known as Sundarkand. So we'll see the beautiful character of Hanuman, how beautiful Hanuman's character is. So now the goal is to cross ocean. So everyone is telling that I can jump, but I can't return. I am not sure whether I can jump the whole ocean. So everyone is telling about their capacity. That time Jambavan comes and he reminds Hanuman, because Hanuman was cursed by the sages. So Hanuman had forgotten his power. So the Jambavan reminds that you are a Hanuman, Vayuputra Hanuman. You can easily cross the ocean. So you should try it. And that's how the Hanuman jumps over the ocean, and the journey of Hanuman over the ocean. There are 3 obstacles Hanuman faces while he was crossing the ocean. The first obstacle, the Mainak Parvat. The Mainak Parvat comes and he tells that you are going in a long journey. Why don't you take little rest on me? I'll give you enjoyment. Then Hanuman just touches the Mainak Parvat and offer it obeisances, and then he proceeds further. So Hanuman is teaching that when you are in an important mission, then you should compromise the enjoyment and you should focus on his goal. So that we can learn from this thing. And after a few time passes, Hanuman was going and a demon comes that her name was Surasa, and he opens her mouth. Because Surasa had a boon from Brahmaji that whoever will come, they have to pass through the mouth and he will become Mahaprasade Govind. So she was opening the mouth, and Hanuman was thinking that, what is this? And Hanuman started increasing his size. And Surasa was increasing his mouth. Hanuman was increasing his size. Like this way, so much time goes like that, increasing the size. And then Hanuman was thinking that it's a waste of time competing with this lady. And then Hanuman become a small mosquito kind of a size. And immediately Hanuman enters into the mouth and comes out of the mouth. Because the boon was that they have to enter the mouth, right? So Hanuman entered the mouth and comes out of the mouth. And then the Surasa thought that, my God, such an intelligent monkey. And then Surata gives the blessing. Okay, my dear child, go ahead. You will get success. And then after some time, Hanuman was flying in the sky and he was freezed at one place and he was trying his level best. He was putting his third gear, fourth gear, but the vehicle is not going. So then Hanuman sees the down. There was a demon, and the demon has a power of capturing the shadow. And this demon's name was Simhika. And she captured the shadow of Hanuman. And then Hanuman could identify that this is a very envious demon. So then Hanuman directly enters into the body of the demon and he kills that demon. Because envy cannot be tolerated. Envy has to be destroyed. So that Hanuman explains here. And at last Hanuman reaches Lanka. And the moment Hanuman reaches Lanka, Hanuman sees the Lankini. Lankini was the security guard of Hanuman. And Hanuman slaps on Lankini's face. And Lankini fell down there. And then Lankini remembers that Brahmaji told me that when a Vanara will slap me, that is the day of Lanka's downfall. And then Lankini welcomes Hanuman, welcome to Lanka. And then Hanuman goes there and started searching about Mother Sita. And Hanuman comes to Asok Vatika. There he sees that Ravana was torturing Mother Sita. Ravana was telling, already 10 months have passed. I'm giving you 2 more months. If you will not surrender to me, then I will eat you in my breakfast. That was Ravana. Demonic mentality. If I won't get, then nobody should get. So then everything Hanuman was seeing from that top. And when Ravana goes, Hanuman comes and started narrating the Ram Katha to Mother Sita. And Mother Sita, it's like a water in the desert. Mother Sita becomes very happy hearing the Ram Katha. And Hanuman exchanges the gift of Ram. He hands over the ring. And then Mother Sita becomes very happy. And Hanuman tells, my dear mother, you just sit on my back. Immediately in few seconds, I'll take you to Lord Ram. But then Sita tells that, how can I touch some other male person? I am a Sativrata, I can't touch. Then Hanuman tells that, my dear mother, I am your child. A mother can touch a child, not an issue. And then Sita tells that, okay, but thing is that, see Hanuman, if I'll go with you, then what the world will tell about my husband? That Ram couldn't protect his wife, he sent a monkey to bring his wife. So my prestige of my husband will go down. So I want my husband to come and take me back. Okay, Hanuman told, okay, as you wish. And then Hanuman tells that I am feeling hungry. Can I eat some fruits? Ah, sure, why not? And started eating the fruits of Asok Vatika, and he makes topsy-turvy. He breaks all the plants, trees there. And Ravan becomes very furious, and Ravan burns the tail of Hanuman. And then Hanuman got a now chance to burn the whole Lanka. And that's how the Lanka Dahan happened. And then Hanuman returns to Lord Ram. And he gives the information to Lord Ram. Generally, when you form a sentence, Sita was found, right? But here Hanuman is telling, found Sita. Grammatically, it is not correct. But why he tells like that? Because if he will tell Sita, found Sita, Ram may get big anxiety, right? Whether Sita is found or not found. So Hanuman is telling, found Sita. That means in the first word only he is giving that information that I got Sita. So that's how Hanuman was so clever. He doesn't want to give anxiety to Lord Ram. And then Ram becomes so happy that what can I give Hanuman? And Ram embraces Hanuman. And that is the greatest gift Hanuman gets from Ram. And that's how the Sundarakand is over. Just imagine what a beautiful character of Hanuman is coming out from this Kand. That's how the name is Sundarakand, because of the Sundara character of Hanuman. And then the sixth Kand is Yuddha Kand, the most awaited timing of the Ramayana, the fight between Ram and Ravan. And the Yuddha Kand begins. So, but at this time, Vibhishan gives suggestion to Ravana to return Mother Sita. But Ravana thinks that you are my brother or you are my enemy. You are taking side of my enemy party. Better you get out from my kingdom, otherwise I will kill you here only. So then Vibhishan, okay. Then Vibhishan takes his 4 associates and he leaves Lanka and takes Saranagati of Lord Ram. So many people were telling that Lord Ram, please don't accept Vibhishan. This is the final fight. And he may be a spy. Why to take a risk? And Ram tells that even Ravana comes at this moment, I will accept him. So if somebody is surrendering to my lotus feet, I will definitely accept. There is no doubt at all. That was Lord Ram. So then Vibhishan accepted by Lord Ram, and then Ram plants the Ram Setu, the bridge, the famous bridge to build from India to Lanka. And all the Vanarasena, they were throwing the stones, and the small squirrel also you can see in the picture, and she was also throwing little small stones. And Hanuman tells, "Are, get aside, why you are stopping my path? I'm taking big boulders, and what will happen with a small stone?" And that time Ram calls Hanuman. The Hanuman, so everyone is trying their level best to serve me. I only has given the strength to the squirrel and to you also. So never judge others' strength. Everyone is doing their best as per the capacity. And in my eye, both of you are same because both of you are doing your level best. And that's how the Lord Ram gives a nice relation here. And then the war begins, and Ravana and the son of Ravana, Indrajit attacked with the Sakti weapon, and the Lakshmana was unconscious. That time Hanuman goes and brings Gandhamardan Parvat for curing Lakshman, and with the help of the Sanjivani Bhuti, Lakshmana was cured, and eventually Indrajit was died, and then the Ravana sends Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna, 6 months he used to eat, and 6 months he used to sleep. And then one by one limb, they chop off Kumbhakarna, and eventually Kumbhakarna also dies. And at last, practically everyone dies. And all has told Ravana to not fight. Still Ravana goes and for the fight. And Ram practically kills all the mules of Ravana, all the soldiers of Ravana. Everyone was destroyed. And then Ram tells Ravana, okay, I'm giving you a last option. Go back to your home and think nicely. Tomorrow, if you will return Mother Sita, then I will spare you. And then Ravana goes to Lanka, and Ravana thinks nicely with his 10 head. What to do now? Just imagine, practically all has died, and no one was there. And still Ravana, this is called ego. If somebody is egoistic now, there is a famous proverb, Vinasa Kale Viprata Buddhi. When there is an egoistic mentality, then that person cannot understand the right thing. Because ego will always go to the negativity, always wrong thing only. So Ravana was told, he has a 10 head, but he didn't have any brain only. Only for the namesake, he has a 10 head. And he couldn't understand that all has died. Indrajit, the person who has conquered Indra, he also died. And Ravana was thinking that if I will stop my war, then what those people will think, those who has already died, what they will think about me. Better I should fight. And Baba, those who are alive, they will die. Think about them. Those who are died, they will die. Those who are alive, they will die if we'll fight tomorrow. But Ravana thinks that no, I should fight. And then tomorrow he goes again, fights, and then Ram shoots the arrow to his navel where the nectar was there, and Ravana was killed. Jai Sri Bhagavan Ramchandra ki chai. And when Ravana was killed, Lord Ram, he does the Raja Abhishek of Vibhishan. He makes Vibhishan as the king, and brings Mother Sita. Again, Ram tells that you were for so long, you were in a demon's house. So how can I understand your chastity? And then Sita Mata gives the Agni Pariksha, and the original Sita comes out from the fire, and the Agni Sita and the Maya Sita enters into the fire. That's how that happens, and the Yuddha Kand ends here. And the seventh Kand is our Uttarakand. So in the Uttarakand, they return back to Ayodhya. So then Ram thinks that it's already 14 years and Bharat was the king and Bharat is ruling the Ayodhya. So he sends Hanuman, go and see. If Bharat is happy, then we will not go. I'm happy in forest. And if Bharat is really missing me, then I should go. And Hanuman goes to see the condition of Ayodhya. And he sees that Bharata is sitting on in a pyre, and he was waiting if Ram will not return after 14 years. I won't stay for one moment only. I will burn myself. And then Hanuman returns back and tells everything to Ram, and Ram, it's an emergency. We have to go quickly, otherwise Bharat will die. And then Ram thinks, my God, how will he go? It will take time to go. And then Vibhishan tells that the Pushpa Viman is there. Something good utilization will happen. Let's take the Pushpa Viman. And the Ravana's Pushpa Viman. That's how the Ram takes the Pushpa Viman. And the whole Vanarasena sits there. And Sita Mata tells that just take the wives of the Vanars also. And all the Vanarasena with their wives, all they sit on the Pushpa Viman, and that's how the Pushpa Viman comes to Ayodhya. And there was a grand reception in the Ayodhya. And Ram, again, they coronate Ram as the king, and Ram meets with the Bharata. And it is mentioned that when Ram comes to Ayodhya, the first person Ram goes to meet is Bharat Maharaj. Because Ram was such a separation from Bharata, and Bharata was such a separation of Ram. So Bharata was the first person to whom Ram goes and meet. And then in Ayodhya, Ram rules for several years. And there are so beautiful pastime happens. Once somebody questions Hanuman that, because Mata Sita gifted Hanuman a pearl necklace. So Hanuman was biting each pearl and he was seeing and throwing. So somebody asked that, what you are doing? So I am finding Ram Sita in the pearls. So they question that, oh, you are such an exalted devotee. Hey, Ram Sita always there in your heart. Yes, Ram Sita are there in my heart. Can you sew? Yes, why not? And that's how the famous pastime, he tears apart his chest and they see Ram and Sita in the heart of Hanuman. That is a glorious pastime of Hanuman. Another pastime, once Sita Mata was putting sindur, vermilion on each part. And then Hanuman questions, why you are putting this sindur on your head? Because when you put sindur on your head, that helps my husband Ram to live prolonging life. Oh, really? And then Hanuman started putting sindur all over his body. That if little bit of sindur is helping Ram to live long life, then I will put sindur all over my body so that Ram will live eternally long life. And that is how the pastime happens. And in the Hanuman temple, they put sindur on the body of Hanuman. And by that time, again in the Ayodhya, some person, they object on the character of Sita Mata. That time Ram tells Lakshman to again send Sita to Valmiki Muni's ashram. And that's how Sita Mata was sent to Valmiki Muni's ashram. And that time Sita Mata was pregnant. And Sita Mata gives birth to two of his children in Valmiki Muni's ashram, Lavakush. It was a plan of Lord only, and they got a pakka Gurukul training in the Lavakush in the Valmiki Muni's ashram. And thoroughly, Valmiki Muni explains the whole Ramayana to Lavakush. And then Valmiki Muni tells that you go everywhere and narrate this Ramayana, what I taught you. And eventually they comes to Ayodhya, and in Ayodhya, and before that, Ram was doing a Aswamedha Yajna, and the horse was captured by Lavakus. So then the soldiers of Ayodhya, they came and they fought with Lavakus, and Lavakus single-handedly they defeated the whole Ayodhya soldiers. And then Lakshmana, Bharat, Shatrughan came, and they fought with Lavakus. And Lavakus also defeated these three brothers. And then Ram became surprised, my God, who these two brothers are? They defeated practically everyone. And then Ram personally comes, and then Ram's fight with Lava and Kush. And then Ram defeats this Lava and Kush. And then Ram takes the horse back to Ayodhya. And then Valmiki Muni sends Lavakush to Ayodhya to narrate the whole Ramayana in the Ram Darbar in front of Lord Ram. And while they were narrating the whole Ramayana, Valmiki Muni comes with the mother Sita, and then Valmiki Muni tells to accept Sita Mata. And Ram was about to accept, but again that time, few of the Ayodhya Vasis, they raised objection on her character. And then Sita become very morose, and Sita thinks that enough of enough. I'm tired of proving myself, my chastity. And as you know that mother of Sita is Bhumi Devi, Earth. So Sita Mata prays to her mother that if I am chaste, if my character is pure, oh my dear mother, please come and take me. I am tired of giving my chastity examinations. And immediately Mother Earth comes there, and the earth become separated. There is a crack, and in front of all, Mother Earth comes, and Mother Earth takes Mother Sita and again enters into the Earth planet. And everyone was seeing the power of Mother Sita, the chastity of Mother Sita. And then after that, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Ram ruled for Ayodhya for some years, but in separation of Mother Sita, then Ram also decides to go back to God at Ayodhya. And Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, through the Saryu river, they all enters inside and they go back to Ayodhya, the spiritual world, with all the Ayodhya Vasis. And that's how the whole Ramayana, we just summarized briefly. This is how the whole Ramayana, there are 24,000 slokas are there in the Valmiki Ramayana, and these are the 7 sections of Valmiki Ramayana we saw today. And this is how the whole Ramayana flow is there. I just cover the brief overview of the whole Ramayana, because each episode, each pastime, if you go in detail, it has a different flavor, different rasha, and you can enjoy it like anything. But being just to take overview of the Ramayana, we just touched the storyline of the whole Ramayana. Hare Krishna. So if you have any questions or any comment, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions. And also I wish all of you for the Ram Navami, upcoming Ram Navami, that is on 30 March, day after tomorrow is Ram Navami. Practically all over India, it's a big celebration. And 2024 Ayodhya temple is also coming. So everywhere is a very hype of Lord Ram's celebration is going on. So I wish all of you all the best for that Ram Navami. Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions or any comment? You can unmute and you can say. And you can on your videos so that I can know who all are attending the classes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Vikas is with Radha Govind Mandir today.
Radha Govind Mandir, yes.
every class is at different Seven Goswami temple.
Yes, Prabhu.
So Vikas has lost his heart in Vrindavan, looks like.
Very true, very true. When is the next Vrindavan Yatra, Prabhu?
Next is Jagannath Puri Yatra.
Yeah. Jagannath also.
Actually, in Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan is there. Jagannath Puri is a totally different dham. In one dham, you can see Dwarka, You can see Vrindavan and you can see Mayapur. The three dhams are present in Jagannath Puri. That I
Oh,
will explain you there only.
okay. Nice. Didn't know about it.
Yes.
So one question I had was, Prabhuji, you mentioned a Maya Sita. What is that concept? Can you elaborate?
Yeah. So Vedavati was a lady. She was doing tapasya, and Ravana tried. Ravana actually tried to enjoy her. So Vedavati uh, eventually, when Ravana molested her, and Vedavati became very angry, and then Vedavati gave a curse to Ravana that I will become the reason of your death. And then Vedavati ended her life. And in the next life, Vedavati comes as a Maya Sita. So when Ravana, because the original Mother Sita, how can a demon can touch a Mother Sita? It's not possible, right? So when Ram came to forest, Ram handed over the original Mother Sita to Agni Dev. And that time the Vedavati, the Maya Sita comes. And when Ravana was capturing, Ravana took the Maya Sita, Vedavati. And when the whole episode happens, when Ram kills Ravana, and again when Ram tells Mother Sita for Agni Pariksha, that time the Maya Sita, the Vedavati, she enters into the fire, and the original Sita comes out of the fire. And then Ram takes her like that.
Okay, okay. This is there in the Ramayana. This
Yeah, yeah, Valmiki Ramayana, you read it,
Valmiki
everything is there.
Ramayana. Okay. Another question I had was again a life of Mother Sita, right? Many full of tragedies. So even so, how could Lord Ram, like first of all, why did Lord Ram like allow her to be banished? That's the first question. And like if that is Mother Lakshmi in the end, right? And if somebody was asking questioning her chastity, then how did Lord Ram tolerate it? I mean, why should that's Mother Lakshmi, everyone being questioned, right? So how did Lord remain quiet and let it happen?
Yeah. So one thing when you see pastimes of Lord, one thing is clear that it is Lord and his energy. And there is no misconception or misunderstanding between these two. That is for sure. Sita is the consort of Lord Ram, eternal part, eternal energy of Lord Ram. So there is no misunderstanding between these two. Sita is not thinking that how can Lord Ram is doing like this. So Sita could understand everything internally.
Hmm.
And when they are coming for a material world for some pastime, they pastime goes and with so many practical lesson also they want to teach to the whole world. So keeping that in perspective, sometimes Lord does this kind of pastime. So now, why did Lord did that? Because Lord Ram was the king of Ayodhya. So Lord Ramchandra was telling that when a person is taking a big responsibility, when somebody has become a king or a minister or a big person, a small spark of doubt on his character can impact his ruling. If there is a doubt on his character, then the citizens will not accept his order with wholeheartedly.
Hmm.
So when the character is clear, pure, then only all the citizen will accept him with open heart. So then Ram, when he saw that one citizen is objecting, just for one citizen, he sacrificed his own comfort and he sent Mother Sita to the forest. So he's giving an example that if you are a big person, leader person, it is not so easy to become a leader. You have to sacrifice everything. Really, if you want to become a leader, leader means sacrifice. There is no personal enjoyment. Every moment you are living for other. That is how practically a king used to be. That is that today also people say Ram Rajya. We want Ram Rajya. So Ram Rajya means the leader has to be really, he has to live every moment for others. Otherwise, not so easy. So that all, so Ram, Lord Ram is extreme example. So it's a pinnacle of um, dharma. It's a beyond comparison. It's not so easy for an ordinary person to even think like that. And Ram sets that standard. That is more, there is no iota of doubt on Ram's character. That was Lord Ram. Because of that, still today, people tell, na, we want Ram Raj. Nobody tell Krishna Raj. Ram Raj. Why? Because that was Lord Ramchandra. He teaches how to politically, how to become a nice ruler, nice leader, how to set proper example in the kingdom. So that all lessons Lord Ram is giving here.
Understood, Prabhu. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So, couple of things continuing this discussion. One is you said ki he had Lord Ram wanted to uh, prove to all his praja that his character, but the doubt was not on his character. No, it was on Mother Sita's character. So then, and she had already given Agni Pariksha. So, I mean, just like a citizen, she's also part of his kingdom, right?
Yes.
He owes her also equal amount of respect or whatever. And secondly, like you said ki just if one person said something just to show that he is a just king, but one person in the kingdom, they are all like normal average people, right? So the leader can't be listening to everything anybody is saying, right? That is not the right thing to do. I mean, just because one person is saying something and pointing fingers at
Yeah.
goddess literally, and you're calling her a mother. So, I mean, that is also not a great idea. If it's like now also, even in the spiritual, this thing, everybody might have like average people, all of us might, everybody will have different ideas and everybody will come up with something, but somebody who is leading is not going to take into consideration each and every sentence that each and every people are going to say, right? So I don't understand.
Yes, Mataji. So just see, if that objection was done on somebody else, then Ram could consider the case and he could have discussion everything. But because it is on his own character, so Ram has full trust on Mother Sita. And Mother Sita also had full trust on Lord Ram. So Ram could understand that what I am doing, Mother Sita will understand me. And Sita also understood Lord Ram. It is only we are thinking in that perspective. Sita was happy inside that my husband is doing for a good uh, for a good ruling of the whole Ayodhya. So Mother Sita fully understood Lord Ram's point. And then Mother Sita agreed to go to Valmiki Muni's ashram. And it's not that Ram is leaving her somewhere in the forest. Ram did all the facilities so that she can live comfortably with Valmiki Muni's ashram. And there was an agenda also that Valmiki Muni will teach Ramayana to Lava and Kusa. There are so many reasons. It's not that only one reason happened. And that's how they go to the Gurukul. They're trained properly in that Gurukul. And the Ram was teaching the Ayodhya. Just see, I give so much value to one comment of citizen. Just imagine how much the citizen will love Lord Ram. So he was ready to sacrifice his own personal life. If it is somebody else's life, he would have not done that. Because it's own life, so he is ready to do that. So that's how it's a say, na? So you can do lot of rules and regulation on your own life. But when it comes to others' life, you can't apply those like that. So that's how the Lord Ram takes the extreme steps to gain the favor of all the citizen, and all the citizen also loved Lord Ram. It's very extreme example of what Lord Ram is demonstrated. It's not so easy, but that's how Maryada Purushottam Lord Ram was. And till today, people remember uh, the character of Lord Ram, and there is no iota of objection on Lord Ram's character. So that is how the pastime happens.
That is one way.
Mataji.
So it is like that is one way that he did not want even a single citizen to doubt his ability to fulfill their wishes or something. So that is one part of it. But another, that is one teaching that he is giving through his action. But another teaching which comes through is also that you're listening to any gossip which somebody is saying, right? Even one citizen. People are always going to have objections to any ruler's thing. Nobody is ever 100% happy. So another lesson that comes through is that you're just listening to anything anybody has to say without having any, there was no
so when he took the step, the whole
thing that Sitama and he were in tune with each other, and the other further plan, that is a separate thing altogether. But if you look at what teaching you get by this, is not only that Lord Ram sacrificed everything, and it's at the cost of Sita Mata, right? They being in tune and they are agreeing and not feeling bad is a separate matter. But what the world is seeing is two different things also, right? It's not just, it's okay. I can never understand this concept completely.
Okay, Mataji is going to tell something. Please, Mataji.
Me, Prabhuji, you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. With Manjari Mataji, I would say one thing is that the same thought, maybe 10 years, till 10 years back, okay. Even I used to feel that this is so unjust, this is so wrong. I'm not saying it is correct, but then all those thoughts, same, whatever you are saying, the same thoughts used to echo in my mind all through, whenever, right from my childhood when I've been reading Ramayana and all this. But then eventually, when you start understanding these things and just a little bit of analyzing, maybe I am right, I am wrong, I don't know. It is through reading in many things only. What has this is, first and foremost, all our scriptures, be it Ramayana, Mahabharata, whatever it is, it conveys different thoughts or different messages through every stages when it goes through. Okay. So as far as Ramayana is concerned, it is to show all these Lord Ram's perspective, Sita Mata's perspective, Bharat's perspective, Ravan perspective, many things. So as far as this particular point is concerned, what I have understood, right or wrong, I don't know, is that first is that Maya part, the first part when she undergoes Agni Pariksha just after coming out of Lanka. That is, it is said that the original Sita Mata was never abducted. Am I right, Prabhuji? If I am wrong, then
yes.
Yes. The original, the Sita Mata, she's God, she's Lakshmi. So they never abducted. But the whole thing was Ramayana is based at how evil is, and then finally how good triumphs over evil. So for that, this particular aspect, that the abduction, what happened was the Maya of Sita Mata. Okay. So finally, when all that Ramayana happens, all the war, etc. happens, so that Maya is freed and original Sita Mata, she is there. So they come to Ayodhya, and that's fine. Now the second part, which comes to when that particular washerman, he comments it. One thing we have to understand is that Sita Mata is not an ordinary citizen. She is the queen consort or the queen of Ayodhya. She is Lord Ram's wife, or more than that, Lord Ram's wife is Nanda. She is the queen. So what happens is, like today, if you say somebody who is in power and position, can the rule be different for them? We also say ना कि हाँ वो तो बड़ा नेता है, उनके घर में उनका rules अलग, उनके लिए rule अलग और हमारे लिए common citizen के लिए अलग. That should not happen. So maybe that is the thought process which made this particular aspect, that when somebody is questioning this thing, so Lord Ram, because he is already that Maryada Purushottam, very just, very fair, and all those things are there. So he said that, okay, so if one of my citizen feels like that about Sita Mata, so this is the aspect. Then the other part, that they have to go to Valmiki Ashram because their love kush will be born. That is all. That also I have read, that it was all preordained that this is going to happen. That is one part. So here, what is happening is that the rule in the sense, not that this was right, but as Prabhuji said, this, if it had happened with some other subject of Ayodhya, some other person, some other lady of Ayodhya, then Lord Ram wouldn't have told that no, she has to undergo Agni Pariksha. They would have set up a inquiry or whatever, like. But for as when she is a queen consort or she is a queen of Ayodhya, then in my house also, in our house also, the rule is the same. Like, in fact, we are more accountable than the citizens. That is a message which had to be given to the people. Now, in this part, what happens is like we feel as a lady or as a female, we feel that why she has to give a same thoughts. I mean, but these things are what is the part that is a message that they are conveying. So वो उनके घर में अगर तुम अगर एक position में बैठे हो, you are a responsible person, then you have to face all these things. The responsibility comes more. Accountability and responsibility goes together. You cannot escape from that. You have taken the position of being king and queen. So that is what somewhere when I read many different portions somewhere. So this thought. So then okay, then it makes a little sense. But then, as a lady, I feel that again she has to keep on giving Agni Pariksha. So finally, when this point happened that ये जो Agni Pariksha हुआ, then she said enough now. Everything is proved. Everybody has understood what is what. Now let me go back to my mother that way. So that is that is what I have understood after reading so many things.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, I don't know.
Thank you,
No, I
Mataji.
understand that, but like you said,
Yes.
being in an authoritative position or being a queen and king, you have to prove to other citizens and go through the process of like the same rules apply kind of a thing. So if
It is more.
Yeah, okay. So if the same rules apply, then she should also have a just trial. No, why should she be banished immediately? So finally, the message that everybody is getting is like she was also fed up, and she said, mother, take me now to you. Enough is
Now,
enough.
yeah, my job is done, my duty is done. Yeah, that she finally decided. That is what they say.
Just say it because my duty is done now.
So-
I'm coming peacefully. She said it
So
like
there,
is enough now. So that's why the dharti fatke, she like, usme sama gayi type.
so there the message that comes across is what I perceive is that once you have proved, I mean, accusations by the common people, they are putting some accusations. Now it is proved. Now again and again, if you keep on troubling a person, lady, man, तो वो बार बार होके कभी ना कभी तो थक जाएगा, लेकिन बस करो यार, it's enough now, this is it, this is final, now I am taking my decision. So you have to take your decision, and whatever she chose
People are going to keep talking only all the time, whether it is Ram Rajya or whether it is Kalyug.
Yes. So ignored.
As Lord Ram, why would you listen to stupid people keeping on talking? That is my thing. I understand the concept of them being, and there is certain things to be done, and the Leela, and all that. I understand that. I'm not objecting to that. I'm not objecting to anything, but I'm just.
Yes. These thoughts are there. Always it used to be there. And I said, told you, and I used to have these. Even
It's difficult to explain to your children, or especially,
yes, exactly.
especially your daughter. So
It's a big tussle.
It's never a clear-cut explanation for
Clear.
this.
And what you said is very correct. Explaining to the kids, explaining to the children, it used to be always difficult. We are somehow thought, okay, chalo, it's part of Ramayana, it's a message, but they just don't accept, especially today's kids.
I
No,
mean,
it's wrong.
how will your daughter accept completely, wholeheartedly? I mean, you have to
Correct.
cover it up
You
by
have to juggle.
So one thing is, Mataji, whenever this kind of pastime comes now, so first thing is that when Lord comes and does this kind of pastime, so one thing is that as a common man, we should not judge the characters of the pastime, because these pastimes are already pre-planned and they do as per their internal energy. We are in the external energy, and immediately we start judging with our external mindset. The one thing is that whenever any pastime done by any of the incarnation of God, we should never judge. And simultaneously, when a pastime happens, we should try to learn what all lessons they want to give us, because they are coming to the material world and they are performing some pastime, right? Otherwise, they are in the spiritual world, they are enjoying. And they are coming to material world, and whatever they are performing, the goal is to give us some kind of lessons. So we should derive that lesson and we should learn from that pastime without judging the characters. Because anyhow, they are happy. They are together only. Na? Sita Mata went to spiritual world and Ram also went to spiritual world. And they joined in the spiritual world. They lived happily there. So that, and they are happy there. So in one sense, they are together always. And somehow that we are not able to understand means there are some problems with our mindset because everything happening in their discretion and both are agreed with that pastime and they are happening and they are living also happily together. So if something we are not able to understand, we are not able to digest, that means we are not able to digest. Everything is perfect. There is no question on
I
that
agree.
concern.
Yeah, nobody to judge them. I'm not judging. I'm judging the lessons only. I'm not judging the characters. So, like you said, you have to take the lessons. So, from the other lessons which we are expected to take, these lessons also come through. No. So, how can you just avoid one lesson and just concentrate on one lesson?
So whenever a pastime happen, the character has a flavor also. So, like Lord Ram's flavor, if you see, his flavor is that always Maryada Purushottam. Krishna is Leela Purushottam. Krishna doesn't see all these things. Whatever he like, he will put his devotee first priority. He will tell Arjuna to kill Drona also, kill Bhisma also. My devotee is the first priority. Dharma, I don't care. What people will tell me, Makan chor, ye chor, wo chor, I am ready to get all the blame. But I will establish my devotee. Krishna is totally opposite. Because he is supreme personality of Godhead and he doesn't care about the rules, regulation. But Ram, when he comes as an avatar, he is not coming as a god. He comes as a Maryada Purushottam. He comes as a king, a avatar who will explain the conducts of dharma. When a person is become a king, and what would are the minute fine rules and regulation matters for a king? Yeah, if you want to become an ideal king, how difficult it is just to become a perfect person in this material world. To this extent, a king can go. So Ram is showing the extreme qualities of a king, what a normal, ordinary person cannot dream also. But that was Lord Ram's uh, the mood of his avatar. That is how, if you see from the childhood, from the beginning only, he was going in that track. Bharat also came. Bharat also told that the father has died. No point in following the vow anymore. The lady who asked you to go to forest, Kaikeyi, she is now retrieving the vow. She is asking to come back. So why you are now doing tapasya in forest? Ram tells no. I have already told once, I will go for Banvas for 14 years. I will follow my vow. So the Bharat is telling here at no point. The father died. The queen who asks, she is also telling to come back. And I am also telling, the whole Praja is telling to come back. But Ram telling, no, I will do 14 years. So that is what the mood of Lord Ramchandra in the whole pastime, and that he is carrying till the end of the pastime. So we have to see the flavor also of that pastime. Then only we can gel. Otherwise, you will get a lot of questions like that. Every
even
incarnation, every pastime, that avatar has a flavor, and in that flavor only he will continue the whole pastime like that.
even Sita Mataji is a very strong lady. She always, even that Ramayana, like Prabhuji was telling, Hanuman had given an option. You just come with me, I will take you across. Matter ends over there. But she refused. She's a very strong lady. She says that no, I will not. I will not come like that. I will come with all my respect, dignity. Whoever has given me, troubled me, that person has to be taken to task. So all actually her character is very strong. Very strong she comes across. So even last, she takes her own decision of going with her mother when the enough is enough. Now it is my decision. Now that time, if you remember, especially that Ramayana serial and even other reading, there are many people or even Lord Ram and all says no, it's all okay now, whatever. But she says no, I have taken my decision and I'm going to stand by my decision. She's a very strong lady. But then, when it comes into all these other things, if you relate it, then we feel that it was an injustice. It was an injustice, no doubt. But then, in that aspect, if you think that they have to present, because being the royalty, they are king and queen, they are the supreme. So some example. So that way, somehow you have to And if Prabhuji, I don't know whether you have read it. Even Ravan's character has been brought about in a book by Anand Nilkanthan. If anybody has read it, Asura. The name of the book is Asura. So I don't know, Prabhuji, whether you have come across this book. So this person has given a totally different perspective of Ravana, to the extent that why this happened, how it happened. So when you read that, you get more confused, and you get, and it means how Ravana, why this happened, like, that way. So if you read it, of course, you have to keep an open mind and read, because what happens is we know Ramayana in one aspect, and then when you read something a little different, it's a little confusing. But good read. You can always to have many perspectives and then form your own perspective. That is why books helps us like that. Like, so that book
Better
also
for
is
spiritual Mataji, for the spiritual, when you are reading any pastime, better directly refer the original script,
original
like
script.
read the Valmiki Ramayana. So, because sometimes nowadays when the people they read so many books, they take the original script line and they concoct something from their mind and they put that also. Then that is what confusing the whole people nowadays.
Confusing.
So because and Ramayana not a novel, right? People read novel, that is
Yeah.
a fictitious story. But when you do same thing with the spiritual pastime, then it becomes an offense. Because spirituality, to write something, we don't have that much purity to, because the Acharya, Valmiki Rishi, he has that kind of a purity that it was revealed to his heart. So he was writing, like Vyasadeva. So these acharyas are very exalted acharya, and Lord has empowered them to write. So we should always it is recommended to read the spiritual books from the
Yeah, that's true.
authentic scripture, or if somebody is coming in the same disciplic succession, like now Prabhupada is coming in the parampara, and he has commented on the Vyasadev's Bhagavatam, Gita, everything. So that is authentic. And if somebody has graduated something and he is very good in the English language, and he can have a very jugglery of the words, and he start writing some commentary. And right now, so many books are there in the market,
Yes, yes.
and people are,
Distorted also.
and they distort the storyline. And
Mhm.
sometimes they make Ravan as the hero, sometimes they make Karna as the hero. So what all they do in the nonsense thing they do, it's a big offense to the character and to the pastime of Lord. So you have to be very careful when you're reading the books, who is the author, whether it's coming in the disciplic succession, and how much authenticity of the book that you have to check and read. Okay. Hare Krishna, anybody else have any comment or questions?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yeah, so over here, I just want to ask you that over there in that bad environment of Lanka, with everything wrong and all of the demons and everything, how was Vibhishan good, good in his own ways, and how was he one third of the Lord?
Yeah. Division. So everyone is a demon. How come a devotee was sustained in the demons association? Very good question. It's very tough now. Sometimes devotee tell Prabhuji, there is no devotee association here. Very tough to stay here. Just imagine the whole Lanka was filled with the demons, and only one devotee, that was Vibhishan. And when Hanuman entered into Lanka, he was seeing everywhere there were demons. But when he enters to Vibhishan's house, he sees that Ram, he was chanting Ram, and the deities of Ram, the walls were painted with Ram. He was very happy. So that's how Vibhishan was taking care of his consciousness very nicely, and he was practicing Krishna consciousness. And he tried his level best to help Ravana to give up Sita, but Ravana was not listening, because Ravana has so many demons as their association, so he didn't care of Vibhishan. And that's how Ravana tells Vibhishan to get out from the kingdom. You are my enemy because you are supporting Ram. And eventually, Vibhishan also sees that enough is not listening. And then Vibhishan also gives up Ravana and he joins Ram. That's how the Vibhishan joins Ram. So like that. Initially, Vibhishan was thinking that it's my duty to serve my brother, elder brother. But when he sees that he's not listening anymore, and he's going to kill, he's planning to kill Lord Ram, is against my devotional service. That time Vibhishana gives up. So sometime in a family also, if somebody is practicing devotional service, and if others they are not opposing, and he's happy to practice, they are neutral, it's okay. But when somebody is opposing you, okay, you can't chant Lord's name, stop chanting Lord's name, then you have to take a call that if the association is not allowing me to practice devotional service, then what is the point of that association? So that time somebody can take a call. So that important lesson we can learn from revision. Okay. Yes, Vikas, anything you want to say? Direct from the Radha Govind temple.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी, ये इंद्रजीत को इतना पावर कैसे हुए? मतलब लक्ष्मण भगवान भी बेहोश हो गए ना, इसका पावर कैसे मिला है?
Indrajit had performed lot of austerities, yajnas, and just like Ravana performed lot of tapasyas. So Indrajit also performed lot of tapasyas. Because of that, he got the power. And as usual, demons, once they get the power, they start utilizing the negative way. And he defeated Indra. That's how the name became Indrajit.
Okay.
So it was mentioned that Indrajit was even like, in one sense, he was more powerful than Ravana also. Indrajit. Like that. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Vikasji.
Yes, Prabhuji, already asked in the beginning.
Beginning already asked.
Yeah.
How is your chanting going on?
Chanting Prabhuji, 3 to 4 rounds. I'm
3 to
trying.
4 rounds.
Yeah, doubled from before. Before I used to do 2. After Yatra, I